Welcome to the end of 2022. Can you believe it? We're already so close, within a month of being at the end. This is your weekly market stats for the Northwest Arkansas market, and I'm just going to hit them really quickly. I did another video where I really get into projecting for next year as a seller, how we can help you as a buyer, how we can help you in an uncertain market, and the excitement that really comes with 2023. Right now though, let's hit these stats and let's let you know what's going on. In the past week, we had 178 homes that sold in Northwest Arkansas. The 2 weeks prior to that, we dipped below 200. And that was something I was saying a couple of months ago, that we were gonna see a dip below 200 around this time. I really felt like it would be during the Thanksgiving week is where we'll see that dip. Projecting the rest of the year, we're not gonna close probably, we might have a week, maybe 2 weeks it gets above 200. The rest I believe are going to stay below the 200 mark, which is going to finish us off in 2022 as the third highest amount of sales in all of Northwest Arkansas history, which means it was a really good market to be in 2022. Going into 2023, again, check the video that I have posted that talks about that. I still believe we're going to have a good market. It's going to be a different market in 2023. Look at that video, and I'd love to have a conversation with you. The amount of pendings this last week, during this last week was 164. That foretells what's going to happen at the end of this year. Something goes under contract now, typically it takes 30 to 45 days to close. Sometimes it can be closed in 21 days, okay? And cash homes, they're gonna sell quicker than that. We're talking about homes that are getting a loan. That's where I look forward. That's where I can forecast what's going to happen toward the end of the year. So 164 homes, it's not a bad amount. It is actually the lowest amount of homes that we've had go pending the entire year this year. Again, we went through Thanksgiving. There should be no scare there. It was a holiday week, okay? A lot of people, they go visit family, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're gone the rest of the week, okay? And they may be looking at houses on their phone, but they're not physically going and looking and putting offers in. And yet, 164 people did do that this past week. When we look at back on the market, there were 26 homes that they were under contract. For whatever reason, they went out of contract and had to go back active on the market trying to find another buyer. A month and a half ago, most of those back on markets were new construction because you had the interest rates that went up, and that buyer had been under contract thinking they were going to get a 4% interest, and it went up to 7%. They couldn't afford that, so they had to back out of the contract. This past week, the vast majority of these were regular homes. Homeowners wanting to sell their homes, for whatever reason, it didn't sell. There was a small minority of them that were new construction, so it's still there. The vast majority, though, were homeowners that were wanting to sell. Number of new listings, we had 142 new listings this past week. That's a good amount of homes that went listed on a holiday week. It's very similar to this time last year, okay? That gives you an idea. This time last year was very similar to the amount of homes. I think there were around 158 actually listed last year this time. Percentage-wise, not a whole lot of difference there when you're really looking at comparing the 2 years. We're looking at price decreases, 135. Something to notate here, every week for the past probably 2-3 months, we've been seeing price decreases on the new homes. Remember, 135 homes price decreased this last week. New listings, 142. So about the same amount of homes that went on the market this past week were decreasing their home's value to try and work and find a buyer. In this market right now, homeowners are willing to work with you as a buyer to buy their home, and that is showing in the fact that they are decreasing the amount that they want for their house. Now maybe 1,000, and it may be 10,000. Some of it may be 50,000. They're willing to decrease. It's just home to home. The important factor here is home sellers are willing to work with home buyers. They want to come together and make the buyer happy and the seller happy. Price increases, there were some price increases. Again, most of these were new construction. I don't see a reason why new construction will be raising their prices right now. It is their choice though. I mean, it's anybody's choice to raise their prices. There's not a real reason to raise that price. I mean, they could have a a rise in costs and stuff, and they're trying to recoup that. The problem is this is not a market where you should see a lot of increases in price, even in new construction right now. Shouldn't be happening. Some of them are happening. Get with an agent that can help you with that. We on our team, we know what's going on with new construction. We know what's going on in resales, and we can definitely help make sure you're making the right decision when purchasing a home. The withdrawns and the expired homes. This is an interesting one. I've been saying probably since June that the first part of 2023, we're going to see an uptick in the amount of homes that are expiring. Well, that uptick actually has hit sooner than we thought. Last week, we had 50 homes withdraw, which means they have an agency contract with a brokerage to sell their home, and they decided for whatever reason they want to pull that home off the market. So it's no longer selling, they've just pulled it off the market. They still have a contract with the agency, but they've pulled it off, so we don't want to sell it, whatever reason. The expired says they've actually went through the listing period with that brokerage. They got to the end of their agreement and it didn't sell. So that agreement, that contract has expired. So it's not a home that's listed again. They may still want to sell their home. That brokerage, though, doesn't have a contract with them. This past week, we had 20 homes that expired. Now, when we take the past 2 weeks, okay, the amount of homes that expired in the past 2 weeks is more than any 2-week period the entire year. This is telling me, okay, what I had mentioned was going to happen the first part of next year is we're already seeing it happen. What that means, okay, again, these people want to sell their homes, all right, and with the proper instruction, the proper help, they will get their homes sold, okay, and you as a buyer, you have options. This just means options. That's all it means, and that's a good thing. As a professional real estate agent and team leader and team, we look at this and say, wow, our clients, seller and buyers, right now have so much potential to get what they want. Buy a home, get what you want, sell a home. You have so much potential to get what you want. We just have to pay attention to what's going on. That is the market stats, the market update for the end of November and leading into December. We look forward to serving you. You need help, give us a call. We want to talk to you about what's going on. So we look forward to serving you.